What's going on in Trinidad? My name is Johnny, just in case you don't know me. And before I talk a little bit about my dear friend Tony Horton and P90X, I guess I'll tell you a quick story. Right now, we're already in September. Back August of last year, I was sort of scratching my head going like, hey, hold on, wait a second there. I don't think some miraculous event is ever going to take place. Like, ever. You know? You see the story that was sort of like running my life, like in the back of my head, for a decade, for nearly a decade, probably a little over a decade. Was like, oh, once I reach my goals, like once I'm already there, then I'm gonna start exercising physically on a regular basis, on a daily basis, and I'm committed. I'm gonna get in the best shape of my life. Like, I'm gonna get in the best shape of my life, and I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna eat right. I'm gonna watch what I eat and stuff, right? And I'm gonna go all out with it, and I'm gonna get in the best shape of my life. You watch. Because I'm good. Like, I still have a six pack from when I was in college. When that's the furthest thing from the truth. Heck, right now I'm 30. I dropped out of high school when I was 17 years old. I got a GD. I went back to college. Although I dropped out when I went straight to university. Although I dropped out of college when I was like 20 years old. When I was like 21 years old. I believe I was like 20. Yeah, I was like 21 years old. And I didn't have a six pack. I didn't have a six pack. I didn't have a six pack. I had abs. Everybody does. I didn't have a six pack. I probably had a six pack of booze. Is what I had. So, fast forward to August of last year, I was sort of scratching my head, going like, "Hey, hold on, wait a second now. I don't think." And you know that story that was running my life. I had that story running my life since way before February 1st, 2022. I was sure some miraculous event to take place or something. And so fast forward to back August of last year, I was like, hey, hold on a second. I don't think some miraculous events ever can take place, ever. In order for me to start exercising physically on a regular basis, on a daily basis. And I was at the point where I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. I don't know if you've ever been at that point when you've had enough of the headache and the heartache, and you've just had enough of you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, enough is enough. Like you like when you've just had enough of the pain and enough of the problems. Well, I was at that point back August of last year, and I drew a line in the sand. I drew a line in the sand. And I was like, no, like I'm gonna take immediate massive action. I'm gonna start exercising physically. I have to start somewhere. And so I started off with 1,000 push-ups in the morning, and then I got a pull-up bar, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna do 1,000 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, and for sure if I want to get any results, I have to get in some cardio. So I'll walk a mile every day. Why walk a mile? Well, to get my body moving again, like after a decade, and to like get like some fresh air in my lungs and stuff. And I did that for quite some time. And I did that for quite like I remember even doing that on Thanksgiving. And it seemed to be going quite well. Actually, I remember I was there like counting my blessings and stuff. And it seemed to be going quite well until I got a letter in the mail. The letter that I got in the mail was right around December, right around Christmas time. Mm. And my birthday just happens to be on Christmas Eve. And the letter was for jury duty. The letter was for jury duty. And at the time, we had an Apple emergency. We had an Apple emergency. Like it was a real emergency, right around Christmas time too. So, what was wrong with the iPad? That's a really, really great question. I don't know if this has happened to you before. Although this has happened to me. Like when you let your phone die too many times, the phone commits suicide. And what I mean by that is your phone charger doesn't bring your phone back to life, and you have to use a more powerful charger from like your MacBook or something to power your phone back up. Well, I knew about that, and for that very reason, I would never let my iPad die ever. Like it died on me once. Although I would never let it die, and suddenly it started happening right around Christmas time. So instead of going to jury duty, I made an appointment that day at the Mall Genius Bar at the Apple Store so that they could take a look at my iPad. And and so like fast forward to like Christmas or whatever, and they did a really really good job. They did a great job, by the way, because now I have a genius a genius iPad. Well, long story short, to get to the point, my birthday's on Christmas Eve, and by then I had already been introduced to my dear friend Tony Horton and P90X, and I made a decision. I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna start like taking care of myself on a regular basis. I'm gonna start exercising physically on a daily basis. And you know, it has already been 224 days. 224 days of the P90X challenge. Every single day, no matter what. And I even had taken on another challenge too. And this was a 60-day challenge. And that was, and yeah, I've been really, really good at keeping track of time for whatever reason. So the 60-day challenge, that was to burn 1,000 calories every single day throughout my workouts, because I found out that in order to get any results, you have to burn a lot of calories, or else you're wasting your time. And you know, probably somewhere around, I don't know, day like, well, let's say like day 120, day 150, ish. But by that time, my guess is I was already taking cold showers on a daily basis, because right now we're in we're September. Right now we're in September, right? Right now we're in September. And I started doing this for quite some time ago. So what is it? March, April, May, June, August, September. I guess it's roughly somewhere around day 150 or so. I started taking cold showers when it was still summer. It's like, and by the time I made this decision to burn 1,000 calories every single day throughout my workouts on a daily basis, I also decided to take a cold shower every single day after my workouts. Like a cold shower every single day, no matter what. So long story short, to get to the point, we've all heard of the book Think and Grow Rich, right? By Napoleon Hill. That book has created more millionaires and billionaires than any other book of its kind. Napoleon also wrote some other books like Outwitting the Devil, Secrets to Freedom and Success, and The Law of Attraction. The Law of Attraction, let me say The Law of Success. Also by Napoleon Hill. And you know, there's another book out there. It's called The Science of Getting Rich. It's by Wallace Wattles. With the big secret in that philosophy and the science of getting rich, because there is a science of getting rich. It's mathematics. The big secret in the science of getting rich is that you have to exercise physically on a daily basis. You have to take care of yourself, and you have to watch what you eat, and you have to watch what you put into your body and stuff. And and yeah, you have to like take vitamins and stuff, and you have to like really take care of yourself. And the big secret in the science of getting rich that very few people are aware of. I just said that. I'll say this. You know, all the professional athletes in the NBA, the only way it's even possible for them to be highly paid professional athletes in the NBA is with Think and Grow Rich. All the professional football players in the NFL, the only way it's possible for them to be highly paid professional athletes in the NFL is with Think and Grow Rich. All the professional baseball players in the MLB, the only way it's even possible for them to be highly paid professional athletes is with Think and Grow Rich. Even the President of the United States, the only way it's even possible for the President of the United States to be the President of the country is with Think and Grow Rich. And there's what very few people are aware of, I should say, and there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there, and it's a lot of them, that's for sure. There's a lot of entrepreneurs out there that have had a story running their life probably for years, and that story is this. That story is, once I'm already there, once I reach my goals. Like, once I have the money, then I'm gonna start exercising physically on a daily basis, on a regular basis, and I'm committed. I'm gonna get in the best shape of my life, and I'm gonna do this thing right, because I owe it to because I owe it to myself to get in the best shape of my life. When in reality, no miraculous event is ever going to take place. I mentioned the law of attraction. The law of attraction, like, that's what I used to think. That I used to be like, oh, now you have to wait for some miraculous event to take place in order to make a decision.